Hello, hello. It is Thursday before tomorrow's holiday, which is Good Friday, and I did not have a shopping show scheduled for this evening, but a number of you have told me when I have not done a Thursday night show, the rare Thursday, how much you missed it, and it seemed like a very long wait to the next show. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to pop on and say hello and enjoy a little visit with all of you because it'll keep me uh, perky, perky until the next show, and hopefully it'll help you continue on with your week and enjoy this very special holiday that we have in front of us. So I'm just going to go into the comments section here and see if there's anyone joining us. I hope there are. We are broadcasting here from my business, Take a Hike and Take Two Boutique, here in Thunder Bay, which is on the north shore of Lake Superior. And we're live streaming to the Take a Hike and Take Two Boutique Facebook page, as well as the Shop with Diane YouTube channel. So what's our format is typically, I'm showing products off that are available for purchase, and I show them and describe them, and often offers really great sales and specials, and have people indicate to me in the comment section if they'd like to make those purchases. Afterwards, we confirm that, and I have people come by and pick them up from my store here at scheduled times, or if people are watching from out of town, and often there are people are watching from not just here in northwestern Ontario, but across the country and across the border. And some of you have even taken me along to your vacation spots all over. So it's been absolutely fantastic. So feel free just to say hello in the comment section. It's always great to know who is joining us. My mom, Elsie, sends her apologies this evening. She is happily attending my niece Amy's birthday celebration this evening. So happy birthday to Amy. Some of you may have met her over the years when my store was on Victoria Avenue and Bay Street. She helped out from a very tender age of probably about 6 or so, 6, 7, and until she was almost completed university. So happy birthday to Amy. I see in our comment section Anne saying hello, as is Tracy, also wishing everyone a happy Easter. Oh my goodness. And you would not know that by the weather we've experienced here. We in Northwestern Ontario were the proud recipients of a slow moving Colorado low, which this time of year means that we get a heavy dump of snow. And this was a prolonged snowfall. It started Sunday evening, and it wasn't till maybe a little bit even happened today, but late into Wednesday before it was all completed. And I don't know, did anybody get the total amount accumulation of snow? Just before the show this evening, I tried to figure that out, and it was 30 centimeters, a little more than 30 centimeters, which is a very rare amount of snow to fall in one snowstorm. So if you were like me, been doing lots of snow shoveling and snow clearing, and if you look outside now, it looks like the middle of a typical winter. And here we are ready to celebrate Easter. Well, Easter is feeling kind of early this year anyways. I have pictures of past years at the later part of March and early April where we've had a really big dump of snow, which just we're in shock because prior to this happening, there was not any snow to be found on the ground here in northwestern Ontario, at least here in Thunder Bay, and that is so unusual. So, and I see Barb is joining us as well. Hi, Barb, to you. And we have some people that are just watching and haven't said hello in the comment section. Please do. It always is fun to know who is joining us. As I said, I don't have a shopping show scheduled for this evening, um, because of the holiday happening this weekend, and needing a bit of a break. I've been pushing pretty hard for some time, and but I did feel, it's important to jump on because some of you may not have known that and had been kind enough to pop in and wonder where the heck I am and have all sorts of questions. So I thought, hey, just take a little bit of time this evening and pop on and to wish everyone a very happy Easter, as well as share with you kind of things that have been happening here in the store. It's been a lovely community of people that we've pulled together for, can you believe it, almost 4 years. Official shopping shows, there have been 181 episodes. Oh my God. How many were in Young and Restless episodes or some of these soaps? I'm not there yet, but it is something that has really been a blessing through the pandemic and afterwards, just pulling together a community of people. I keep calling you a group of heart-centered, kind, appreciative, intelligent, lovely people, and I'm really honored to be part of your group. And so what's been going on, just giving you a quick update. Well, what was it? It was Saturday, this past Saturday. Um, uh, this past Saturday, I popped up at the Health and Wellness Expo, which was held at the 55 Plus Center here in Thunder Bay. And that was a fantastic event. I only learned about it the week before, but it was a largely attended event which had exhibitors in the health and wellness field. And it was free admission, and we were tucked off way down a long hallway at the end of it by the popcorn machine. Did not get a chance to get popcorn because I was so very busy talking about primarily MSM, pain relief lotion. And I see Heather's popped down on. Heather Miller, who's just saying hello to everyone and saying she just watched the Blue Jays win their season opener. Oh, right. What a great start to the Blue Jays baseball season. Well, and I want to point out Heather because Heather did come by and check out how I was doing and volunteered to help me for a short while there. And it's so much appreciated, Heather. But oh my goodness, what a place to be, because there were lots of people interested in improving their health and wellness. A lot of arthritic, sadly, arthritic bodies, hands, and so on. So it was it was really wonderful to be able to have people try the product MSM lotion, which is, as you know, all natural. If we can get something out of the test, all natural. And it doesn't interact with any other medications, and suitable for adults and teens and children over 2 years of age. It you simply apply it on the skin. That's way too much. I found that this larger bottle comes out with a generous amount, more than I typically need, but put it on a muscle, a joint, a ligament, a tendon area that's giving you some troubles, and often just within a few minutes, the pain disappears. And I tell you, in past years, when we've had a big snowfall and I've been out there with the snowblower for a few hours straight and the vibration and so on, usually this joint hurts. And so before heading to bed, I put some of the lotion on, and I didn't get the pain in my joint there. So anybody who strains themselves in physical workouts or has been injured or just arthritis and so on sets in, it offers incredible pain relief. So people, it was really wonderful to be there at the 55 Plus Center, meeting a number of customers that I haven't seen for a number of years because, we've moved and life changed and so on. Many of them really delighted and surprised to see me them as well. And so it was wonderful because you just realize the relationship you've built with your customers over the years. When they see you, they're excited, big smiles, hugs, and just excited to be reacquainted. So that was a great to be at the event. It was great to have brought to the event a product that people, as they age, are really seeing as something that can help them with coping with the pain of arthritis, tendonitis, bursitis, strained muscles, and so on. It was absolutely terrific. And who else do we have joining us? Is Anna. Hello, Anna, and Myra, who's saying that she loves the products from the store. Thank you so much. So if you're just tuning in, you may not realize this wasn't planned to be a shopping show. I wasn't going to do a show this evening, but it is such a part of everyone's routine, it seems, on Thursday evening to get together and spend a little bit of time. I thought, I won't do the organization for a full show. I will just pop in and have a little visit. It is Easter weekend coming up, and I hope you are going to enjoy the weekend ahead. So we were just talking about being at the Health and Wellness Expo at the 55 Plus Center last Saturday, a terrific event. And like the other pop-up events I've done, our best sellers have been MSM pain relief products, but also tick repellent. Tick repellent was a big seller for us as well. I still have a few of the canisters of repellent available, and it was great to be located next door to an exhibitor who was into pest control, about insects and so on. And so she was having a discussion about West Nile virus, about Lyme disease and so on. She was saying, and next door, you can get tick repellent. And that was really helpful as well. As well as Monica's joining in. Hi, Monica, and saying Happy Easter to all of you as well. So we talked about the snowstorm. Lots of snow fell. It looks like the middle of winter. Oh my goodness, but that was such a needed dump of precipitation because otherwise it was getting a bit scary out there. Just imagining spring arriving without the spring runoff to moisten the soil and the forest floor. The crops needed the moisture, and rivers and streams, and people a little bit concerned about in the rural areas, their wells. We need this, and it looks like we're going to get a bit of slow melt happening, and that's always great, but the ground remains frozen, so we'll see what happens. But it was much needed, and I tried to keep in my mind as it kept falling. And I was out there several times trying to keep ahead of the snowfall for our big sidewalk that we have in the front of our store and wraps around it, because that I don't do with a snowblower, and try to keep that clean. And that it was great to be outside getting that fresh air and exercise. And it's always a test, isn't it? You can sort of judge what shape you're in by how much of that work you can do. But I hope no one overdid it, because a number of people, sadly, will have a heart event. But so far, so good on my end anyways. It was fun to be out there, but it kind of screws up our minds, doesn't it? Because we were so looking forward to spring. We've enjoyed many above seasonal temperatures through the winter, and then boom, we're into winter again, but it's not going to last long, I hope. And so tomorrow is Good Friday, and most places will be closed, and as will I be. I'll probably, do a little bit of work that needs to be done here at the store, and be in touch with my family, my parents, see what help they need over the holidays as well. And I've learned that I am of Ukrainian heritage and grown up with traditions, Easter traditions that uh, that some of those I'd like to share with you. And don't have the talent, haven't taken the time to learn, but I want to show for you some of my mom's work over the past. These are some of the Easter eggs, which are called pesenke. Aren't those beautiful? That she did by hand. And that's a process of, um, with hot wax, uh, drawing onto an egg and then dipping it into colored dye and then removing it out of the dye, wiping off the wax, doing another design with wax, popping in a different colored dye, and continuing on and making these really elaborate, beautiful designs. So, as I mentioned, if you tuned in at the start of the show, my mother isn't joining us for the live episode of the show, but she definitely will be watching the rerun. And isn't that great? Yeah. And, with people coming from Ukraine over the last couple of years to Thunder Bay and other places as war continues on in Ukraine. There's been a rejuvenated community of Ukrainians here in Thunder Bay. And I saw a couple weekends ago reports and photos from a Pesenka Ukrainian Easter egg sessions being held at the Ukrainian Catholic Church on Victoria Avenue. There were 2 sessions that were happening there. And I think over 160 people took part, children and adults, learning how to do this. So there are people in town who've maintained the tradition, and we're sharing it with others. So, oh my gosh, these are absolutely beautiful and family treasures. They are done on raw eggs, and then what happens is they actually dry out. You can hear that's the oak inside, the yolk inside. So those are really beautiful. And let's see. So that is part of our tradition, as well as going to church on um, on Easter and coming home to enjoy what's traditional food for you. Maybe you want to share that. But for us, it's kind of a heavy meal, but it becomes a couple of types of specialty breads. One called babka or baba bread. It's usually cylindrical and tall in shape with a bit of sort of a mushroom sort of top to it. It's sort of a sweet bread with the yellowy color to it, often with raisins. Love that bread. There's pasca, you might recognize, and that's where very intricate designs are made on top of the white bread. And there will be out of bread designs of crosses and birds and braids. Absolutely beautiful, and that's called pasca. Ukrainians, of course, we're going to have kubasa, garlic sausage, and there'll be some ham and cottage cheese is traditional. Of course, hard-boiled eggs and beet relish with some horseradish in it. And some people we won't likely be having it this Easter, but something called studenots, which is handmade sort of head cheese, very delicious, gelatin kind of garlicky pork kind of flavor to it. It's absolutely delicious. Often cabbage rolls or holubchi and cottage cheese. Often these are all put together in a basket with a candle and salt and some butter. Often the butter is um, in the basket in a container, but with cloves, making a cross design and so on. And quite often on a Saturday, those are brought to the church and blessed. So the Sunday breakfast after church is a blessed basket of food. So my parents are aging, as we all are, but I'm blessed to have both of them. Mom, who turns 88 on April the 7th. That's coming up soon. My dad's 98. So we want to try for them to maintain that tradition and learn from it as well. So on the weekend, Saturday, I'm not going to have any curbside pickups at that time. I want to make myself available for my parents to help them out. And been doing a fair bit of helping out and cleaning and cooking and helping out where I can, and I want to continue that as well. So that's kind of our Easter. Are you into ham? Are you into kubasa, turkey? What's Easter about for all of you? Are you getting together with family? Let's see. Who do I'll see watching here is Barb and Sean, who I met about a year ago when we did a pop-up store at Intercity Shopping Center. Is that not right? It was really great to meet you then and have you be part of this community and enjoying my mother's pesanka or arch uh, um, uh, Easter eggs designs. Marianne's joining us from Rossport. Hi, Marianne. And Franca is there, as is Carol. Now, some of you, including you, Carol, still have items to pick up. I did hear from Debbie and Tracy just today saying, sorry, didn't come by the pickup times, but that's because we had a snowstorm. So my Monday, Tuesday pickup times didn't work. So what I'm going to do for everybody is add some new pickup times. So why don't you come by on Monday or Tuesday this week from 11 to 1 and pick up your items there. And I'll try to do a show for all of us, a shopping show next week. And just mark your calendars because on April the 28th, there is going to be the Heimers Fair Spring Market at the Delta Hotel, and we will be there. I'll be there with of course, the MSM lotion that seems to be the top seller. And okay, I'm a little distracted by the comment section. Oh my God, and I'll be there with garden gifts. But look didn't I say at the beginning of the show that people bring us along on their vacations? And here we have Barb saying hello from Hawaii. Oh my gosh, hi Barb. Oh my gosh, you are missing, you poor gal, you are missing all this beautiful white snow, which I like to imagine is just white sand on a beach, but white snow. So isn't that terrific? Hello to you and happy Easter. And thank you. Carol's going to come by hopefully on Monday and pick up those items. A number of other people have items. So if you're watching the show, don't forget, come by Monday, Tuesday at 11 to 1. If those hours don't work, please give me a call and we'll try to arrange something otherwise. But I am trying to keep those other times limited because I have lots of other things happening. And Mary is joining us as well. Look at the numbers. We've got great numbers tonight on an evening that I said there won't be a show, but we miss getting together as a community. Many of you have mentioned when I skip doing a show for the odd week or so. And so I thought it wouldn't take too much just to set up and plan a little visit with you without having to do all the prep for actual shopping show. So earlier I did put on some of that MSM lotion. This joint quite often from snow blowing will be painful, but this year I just put a little bit of lotion on my joint before heading to bed. Didn't have a problem. And as I demoed it this evening, or just put on what you can just feel, I can feel the coolness, and it's such a relief. My mom, who's, you've heard, just retired dairy farmer, hardworking woman, especially with her hands. And after dairy farming, she went to do market gardening. She's made lots of perahe and holapchi and pickles and you name it over the years. But her arthritis in her hands, so painful. which she does not have any longer. And she thanks MSM pain relief lotion for that. And it's because of that, she says, Diane, now you make sure on every show you do, you talk about it, because if you can bring one person some safe, quick relief from pain, it's a good day. So it is. So let's see. Anne is saying, lucky Barb for being in Hawaii. Absolutely. I hope one of you are lucky tomorrow at 11 and get a phone call if you've got tickets to the Thunder Bay Regional Medical Sciences Center, or whatever it's called, 50-50 draw. There's going to be another millionaire. Wouldn't that be nice if I got the call at 11? It would be nice if any one of you got the call at 11 as well. That would be really changing the course of what we have planned for ourselves for the next few months at least. What do you say? Let's see, and what else is happening? As I said, next I'm going to do a show on, well, it's April Fool's Day on the day after Easter. So Easter's March 31st, then it's April Fool's Day, haha. And let's see, Easter Monday, some people will have that as a holiday. I'm going to do a show on the 4th. My mom's birthday is on the 7th. But what else is happening around that time, just a heads up, is the Spring Yard and Garden show at the CLE. It goes on Friday evening, then Saturday and Sunday, April 5th to 7th, getting everybody into the mood. Now here in Northwestern Ontario, we're not going to see the complete solar eclipse, but our friends in Southern Ontario, oh my gosh, you get to experience something once in a lifetime, a total eclipse of the sun. Oh my gosh, isn't that exciting? So, but everyone be careful. Don't be looking at the sun and without protection. Oh, and I see Anna, happy birthday to your mom. Your mom's birthday is April 1st, and that's no joke. So a happy birthday to her as well. And then I said, yeah, we're going to do a pop-up market on April the 28th. So how do I find out about these markets? There's a couple of Facebook groups that you can join. Thunder Bay's Vendors Market or Crafton Markets. There's a couple of them. And people that are organizing post that they're going to be organizing them or hosting them. And there's a lot happening in town. And it's hard to distinguish which or determine which shows might have good traffic and because you just don't know. So I'm gonna some will be better than others. We were at one at the Da Vinci Center earlier this month, and on St. Patty's Day, the turnout wasn't so great, but it was, I think, its first year of happening there, and it was some great exposure to us. The Health and Wellness Expo on Saturday was fantastic, and we're really happy to be there. And so I am trying to pay attention to those websites. You have to sort of let the organizers know you're interested. They'll do the final selection of who is invited to be part of the show. You got to pay a fee, and the fees range in price. And then quite often you get to set up the evening before or very early that morning, hauling everything there, setting it up, taking it down, and then bringing back the boxes back here. And it's been a great event, getting out with people and exposing them to some of the products that I have. And as I said at the beginning, being able to run into customers who some of you have been by to those events, and so great to see you, but also people who I've lost touch with as customers. And, in this world where there is so many ways of communicating, they kind of lost track of us altogether and didn't even know we were still here operating in Thunder Bay. And so getting out there and meeting people once again, real delight. So anybody have any questions or comments? Want to see a product that maybe you want a closer look at? I'm going to just remind everybody that we do have some pickup time scheduled. Oh, let me do a little better setup there. Schedule is, I know, although there's no shopping show tonight, I do have pickup times scheduled Monday and Tuesday this coming week, because Monday and Tuesday this week was canceled because of our big dump of snow. Oh my goodness. And the picture that is in there of the snow rabbit is one that I built a couple of years ago. And I built that a couple of years ago. It was, I think, about April the 12th when we had a snowfall then. So, people, this may not be over yet, sorry to say, but by that time the snow is stickier and good time to go out and make snowmen or snow rabbits, or I don't know, whatever you want to make it at this time of year. Listen, I'm not going to, unless somebody has some further questions or comments, that I'm reading in the comments section. I've eaten or given away all of our chocolates but one. So I think that'll be my treat for this evening. Yeah, and yeah, it just seems the big snowstorm disrupted a lot of activities, including what I hope to get accomplished work-wise here at the store. People are wondering, gee, Diane, your store is close to people coming in shopping. What could you possibly doing with your time? Well, I am really trying to work more closely with the company Chronic Pain Relief and get pain relief lotions available to people across the country who frequent outdoor and sporting goods stores. So taking on the role of almost like a national sales rep for that. But that takes some time to develop materials and reach out to those stores and have them come on board with that, because I think as consumers, it seems like a logical fit that you would come across that product in stores that promote active, healthy lifestyles. And so that's why I'm doing that. So listen, I'm going to sign off, everyone. Thank you so, so much for joining us this evening. It feels like a Thursday. It feels like I hardly did any work, though, in prepping for this. But just thought, this will cut you loose to have an extra cup of tea or get on to something else. Hopefully, you'll be able to come back together as a group on next Thursday, where I think maybe my mom's best product, because her birthday's around then, or gardening. I'm not sure of the theme, but you'll want to come back. So happy Easter to all, and stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye-bye.